Greetings, I hope everybody's doing well this day. My name is Cheryl Forehand. I am one of the Pilates and group exercise instructors here at the JCA. Today we're going to do a mat Pilates workout with a band and a ball. If anything bothers you through this workout, please put the toys away or modify any way that you need. I hope that you enjoy it and your body feels a little bit more open and loose when we're finished. So standing nice and tall, we're going to go to the end of the mat. Taking a nice deep breath in, find the centering of the feet, reach the arms up, take a breath, nod your chin, and just roll over. As you roll over, be cognizant that the hips remain right over those heels. Take a breath, look between your legs, let everything relax. Nice stretching of the back line of the body. Take a breath, tuck the pelvis, and let the body come all the way up. One more time. And take a breath. We're going to tuck the pelvis. We're going to round all the way over and just let everything rest. From here, we're just going to bend the knees, straighten, bend, straighten, giving the hamstrings and the calves a little connection and wake up. Two more and one more. Hold it down. Sit back as gracefully as you can. Take your feet in line. This is a nice way to check your alignment. First and second toe in line with the center of the knee, right to the inside of the ASIS, so the front hip bone's right there. Taking a breath, we're just going to start with a nice gentle tucking and then stack up the spine. So tuck the pelvis, relax the shoulders, and come back up. And tuck the pelvis. And come back up. Two more times. Tuck that pelvis. Come back up. This time on this last one, tuck it and hold a bit. Just take a breath. Take a nice cross of the hands right at the bottom of that sternum, not way up high. Make sure the hands are below the shoulders. And while you're here, your abdominals should be waking up. And we're just going to rotate to one side and breathe as we rotate to the other to wake up the rotation of our spine along with those abdominals, yeah? And one more time. Arms out, come down a little further. Take a breath, relax those shoulders, and then come all the way down. Grabbing your ball, first thing, we're going to place that ball between our inner thighs. This also enhances the alignment for you, but it also activates the pelvic floor without you thinking about it. So it's just a nice addition to your workout. Take the arms up to the ceiling. Let's go into some abdominal curls. Lift head, neck, and shoulder. Eye gaze goes right above the knees. Make sure that pelvis is nice and neutral. Come back down. Reach those arms back. Exhale as you curl. Look right above that ball. Come back down. Exhale, curl. Now your ball should not be completely full. To work the ball in the mat, you should have it about 75% full, so that challenges you more in your stability. And one more. And we're going to pump. And we're going to go right into the hundreds. Feet are on the ground. If you want to lift your heels and lift both at the same time, you can. And continue in the way you want to do your hundreds. So inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. So your opportunities here, your feet can stay on the ground. Your knees could come up and be in tabletop. You could take the legs to the ceiling or come out to their traditional 45 degrees. So inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, inhale. Good, keep it going. You have 3 more. I have a tendency to add a little extra sometimes. When I'm talking and teaching. Last one, and we're going to hold. Bend the knees, slowly come down. Drop the feet at the same time without the pelvis moving. Hands down by your side, palms down, anchored. Lift the hips straight up. Exhale as you mobilize down, one vertebrae at a time. So it's a flat back bridge up. Reach those knees, the energy of the knees reach to the wall in front of you. You have a nice open hip. You feel the creases at the gluteal fold and then articulate down. If you don't get to that place, the hamstrings will tend to do a little bit more work than the glutes. And we need the glutes and the hamstrings to partner together because they make up our hip extensors. And exhale. Good. We're going to go one more time. Lift up and exhale. Now from here, lift up your heels. Bring them up for some knee sways. We're going to drop both knees over with that ball. Just lift one hip up, but the shoulders and the head stay centered. Exhale back to the center. Inhale over. So much like spine twist, except we're adding the challenge of the legs up. You can't go as far. If you do, your shoulders come up, your head will move. So very small. And one more time. So we get that spinal rotation in the lower part of the body, because your warm up at the very beginning included the upper body rotation. And from here, take that ball out, drop one foot down at a time. Now let's just add a little bit of your arms. We're going to put the ball down, reach those arms up to the ceiling, open the shoulder blades, and lower back down. Inhale, lift, and lower back down. Inhale. So the elbows aren't doing anything. The arms are simply moving because your shoulder blades are moving. Now I'd like you to lower the arms down, aiming to the corner of maybe where the ceiling and wall is, wherever you're at. And now lift and lower. Notice if you're able to access a little bit more of your shoulder blades, the lower portion. This is where our medial, our lower trapezius muscles are, the two part of the traps that are important for posture and stabilization. One more time. Hold it there. Let's scissor the arms. We're going to take one arm. It's not going to go any higher than your head or eyes. The other one stops right at the hips and go. So that we're warming up the glenohumeral joint, which is the socket, the ball and socket where the arm sits. This is good for your rotator cuff. Now, if I go further back, that's not a problem, but we're adding the scapula, the shoulder blades. And right now I want to focus on this movement. Last two, and last one. And both arms right up, palms up. Extend your legs all the way out. Grab that ball if it's close by. Lift head, neck, and shoulder, and we're going to go right into some nice roll downs again. Now, from here, just reach through the toes and stretch. And then put that ball down. Grab your band. If you don't have a band, it's perfectly fine. We are going to take the band and nicely wrap it, the white part underneath the ball of the feet. We're going to take our legs nice and long. And you can also, if your hamstrings are tight and don't allow you to sit up nice and tall, soften your knees, have your heels there, and that's a nice way also to find the engagement of the low abdominals. So I'll work from here, and if you're much better straightening your legs, you go right ahead. I'm going to take those bands just to a little tautness. I'm not choking up, so they're almost loose, and tuck the pelvis and come back. I'm looking at my knees and my feet. I'm going to take a breath. Now, when I say your eye gaze, that means your head goes, not just the eyes move. You have to let the body go so the eye gaze will follow. Exhale, tuck, and come back. So a nice way to learn the technique for roll-ups and roll-downs and really activate those low abdominals. And tuck, and tuck. So it's an exhale back. We take an inhale to recoup, and we exhale back up. So 2 full breaths. One more, and come all the way up. We're going to do some nice arms. So let's take our arms up into a nice bicep. Again, don't choke up so much that you're in the shoulder joint. You don't want too much strain. This is about the core working with the upper body. Tuck the pelvis. Reach those arms up and in and in. In. If you can keep from gripping the fist too much, that's even better. Breathe. And 3 and 2. Last one. Hold the bicep curl and come all the way up nice and tall. Let's cross the band. Now we're going to do a little rowing. So taking the arms out, straight, palms down, rotate so the thumb is looking upward and the pinky finger is looking at an angle. You're going to tuck your pelvis, come down, and we're going to row. And exhale. As you pull, exhale on your energy. Keep that tuck of the pelvis. Utilize those abs. 4 and 3 and 2 and last one. Hold it out, take a breath, and come all the way up and rest for just a minute. Make sure you've got a little bit more tension, not too much, as we go into water skier. Tuck your pelvis, rotate to one side, come back. Now in that rotation, you're not leaning. The ribs are simply rotating around, and you're lifting that elbow up. Good. And rotate. This is for those wonderful obliques of ours. So in this whole series, not only are you getting upper body, but you're getting all 4 abdominals. The transverse, the rectus, and both internal, external obliques. And hold. Take a breath and come all the way up. Lengthen those legs out, uncross, and let's see if we can do a full roll up without pulling on the band. Tuck the pelvis, let that band be light. Legs are zipped together, come all the way down. Lift the head, look at your feet, exhale. Tuck your pelvis right here, and that's gonna allow you to come all the way up. You're not pulling, remember that. It's slack in the arms. Tuck your pelvis, and reach. One last time, look up. And come all the way down. Let's take that band, we'll put it to the side for now. For a little bit of extension, let's take that ball to our middle back. Bend your knees. Again, line up like we did in the very beginning. Thread your fingers. This was part of a tip of the week. You're gonna have your thumbs come down to support your neck, and your hands are at the base of the skull, not high, but low. And then the head rests in your hands like it's a hammock, ready to take a nice spring nap. Take a breath, inhale, go back. Notice I didn't say summer because it gets too hot outside, but it's beautiful weather during the spring. Get out in the afternoon and take a nice nap under the shade. Exhale, curl. Inhale back. So here we still work the flexion of the rectus abdominis and the transverse, but we're also extending and stretching that abdominal line, which is from your sternum to your pubic bone. Really find that lovely stretch. Note the elbows are towards the ceiling or in your vision. You will not be able to get the full extension if your elbows are out to the side. You'll get a nice front chest stretch. That's it. And come up, take your legs all the way out. Take your arms and roll all the way up. Grab that ball and roll all the way down now. Bend the knees. Lift up the hips for a little hip mobility, which is one of my favorite series to open up that lumbar spine. So we're going to start here, and our hands are on the pelvis. I want you to tuck and untuck. Exhale, tuck. Inhale, untuck. So a little pelvic clock. Using the feedback of the ball, you should feel the back pushing the ball. It works the transverse abdominals. These are part of your core, the only abdominals that are part of your core. The legs are turned off, the feet are turned off, and your ribs are quiet as you just activate those deep core muscles. Exhale, tuck. Now inhale, untuck, and stay in neutral. So you want to stay here so the abdominals stay in stability. Working nicely. Legs up one at a time. Find your stability point first. Notice I'm even shaking right away. Your arms can be wide if you need. Make it more challenging to bring your arms closer to the body. Keep the palms down and the back of the arms down. I want you to now scissor. And notice how your body starts to settle in if you breathe. Your internal nervous system says, where am I? And then it says, okay, I've got you. I'm centering you again. I'm finding your balance in this position. Good, 2, and last 1. Hold it here. Heels together, toes apart. Open out wide, point through the ankles, bring it back in. Flex, inhale. Be mindful that your pelvis hasn't moved to a tuck position. Be mindful that your ribs aren't moving up and down like a wave. Inhale and point. Exhale. One more time. Inhale, point, exhale. Now a little helicopter today. We're going to scissor for 2 and then circle around. Scissor, 1, 2, circle around. 1, 2. Slow it up if you need. Don't let yourself wiggle that ball. And one more. Scissor, scissor, all the way around. Bend your knees, let the feet drop. Take a breath, let those toes drop down. Exhale, pull up. Inhale, let them float down. Exhale, pull up. Keeping the pelvis quiet, the ball as quiet as you can make it. 2 more, add that breath. Exhale, and last one, and exhale. For a nice psoas and hip stretch, drop one leg down at a time. Take one leg out in front of you and open the front hip. That leg, take that arm back if you're able to, and reach and find the opposition of the foot and the hand reaching apart, and breathe. Add that breath. We always have a tendency to hold our breath, but the breath is the key to the work. Slowly come in, go to the other side, leg goes out. Take that arm back, really open and feel yourself being pulled apart to find the stretch across the hip flexors. Inhale and exhale. One more time, inhale and exhale. Bring the leg in, bring the arm in, lift up the hips, take the ball out, and hopefully you find that neutral spine nicely. We're going to take the legs out. Today, the series of 5, I'm going to adapt with the ball. We'll see how that feels versus the traditional with no toys. Taking that ball back between the shoulder blades. Now, where should that be? You should be able to punch the arms and feel the tips of the shoulder blades against the ball. And if you don't, adjust until you do. That's where you go. We're going to thread our hands today. Eventually, we'll take those hands away one day, but here we will keep them here. This is really going to enhance the balance of the upper body with the lower. Bring the legs into tabletop. Single leg stretch. Take one out. Exhale, switch. Switch. Now you really have to breathe. Keep the head resting in the hands. One more set. And breathe, breathe, hold it in. Double leg stretch. Reach out. Exhale, pull in. Reach out. Exhale, pull in. Reach out. Exhale, pull in. One more time. Pull in. Now we're going to take our hands away for straight legs. So one leg will go out. You're going to pulse for 2 and switch. And switch. Switch. And switch. Switch. One more set. And hold. Bend the knees. Drop the feet down. Take the head back. And guess what you get right here? You get that lovely extension stretch before we finish the last 2 of the series of 5. Curl up, look at the knees, tuck, keep that pelvis tucked, keep yourself anchored. Lift one leg up at a time. You're going to take both legs straight out and exhale, pull in. Keep your head resting. Exhale, pull in. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale, hold. Separate the legs, crisscross, rotate, rotate. Add the leg. So the nice thing about crisscross with the ball is you really can't rotate or lean or you'll fall right off. So this keeps you honest in your rotation. Last one, knees in, drop the feet, and get that lovely extension. And legs out, curl up. I could stay there forever. I hope you could too. And reach forward. All right, from here, we're going to go on to our side. So we'll place the ball out of the way, and we're going to use the band for the sideline. So let's take this foot and wrap the top foot around. Good. And we'll hold both bands in that hand. You lie down along the edge of the mat first. So lie yourself down, take your bottom leg, bend the knee, and anchor that rope. The foot can be free, so if you don't know what to do with the foot is free from the band. Head will come down. Keep your eye gaze straight ahead, and then I want you just lifting and lowering with a parallel foot, thinking about toe and heel. Now, while you're here, think about lifting that waist so you're in neutral spine and sideline. We are abducting. We are using the glute min and the glute med, and we're going to go to pulse, 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 pulse. Ah, yes, hold it. You're going to kick forward for 1 and kick back. The bands are going to really control your range of motion, so don't try to force it any greater than that. And pull back. Now on the 1 pull back, make some heel circles. This should be where you feel the gluteal fold back here. Circle, 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 and reverse. Circle, circle. I hope you're waking up. And last one, and hold. Bring those legs in. Now I want you to take your band, take your foot out. Your band is doubled. And we're going to wrap right around both legs as we come into a clam. So I'm going to cross this so I have a little bit more tension, and then hold that in my hand. As I lift my feet, I'm now going to open and close. So notice I'm keeping my hand down. I've got just enough tension, and I hope you feel those abductors working. And we're going to pulse up, 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 very controlled. And this also keeps you from flipping backwards in your upper body or your hip. Last one, come down and stretch. Reach an arm over. Ah, good. So from here, we'll just put the band back. We're coming back to it. We have another side. We're going to do a little bit more extension in our dart this today. So forehead looking down, palms up, legs out. Again, one of my favorites. Every time I like to add it. Lift the heart because we need extension. Your eye gaze is toward the mat, not the wall. Lift the arms, lift the legs. Lower back down. If your heels can be together without any back discomfort, go ahead and do that. Back discomfort, I want you to open your legs up. Inhale and exhale. Now we're going to inhale, stay up, and pump, 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 pump. And 4, 3, 2, and come down all the way. It's like a reverse 100. Lift up, but not quite 100. Up, 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 up. 4, 3, 2, hold, come down. One more time, really pull up. Make sure your abdominals are pulled into your spine. Pump, 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 pump. 4, 3, 2, hold. Come all the way down. Take your hands under, come all the way back, and stretch into a nice child's pose. I want you to take both hands over to one side, drop your hips. Feel that nice lateral stretch. You don't have to drop your hips down if your knees won't let you. But you can get this stretch. Come over to the other side and stretch. And now we're coming up and we're going over to the other leg. So let us take our band. We're finding the nice, untensioned, open band. Wrap it around the top foot. Find even. Lay all the way down and your body is straight. Now bend that bottom leg and I want you to anchor that band. Remember, your leg is straight. We're not in a banana shape here. We're working strictly the abductors, your glute minimus, your glute med. Now, your eye gaze, you're straight ahead. Your shoulders are stacked. Your hips are stacked. You're not rolled forward. Yeah, just check into your body alignment as your foot. It's a nice distraction to check into your body as you're working and you start to feel those muscles work. And lift. Now, little pulses. Press, 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 press. 4, 3, 2, hold it, kick, and come back. Good, and kick, and pull back, and kick, and pull back, and kick, and hold it back. Give me some circles. Circle, circle, circle. Oh yes, circle and reverse. Circle, 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 and hold it. Now bend, take that band, wrap it around. It's going to go around both of your thighs. Easy transition, hopefully. And find a little tautness and hold it with the hand. Then lift. So what's nice, I didn't lift those feet, I don't think, but if I did, go ahead. And I want you to open for clam. If that's not giving you enough tension, move it and make it tighter. You control it. And open and close. Open and close. open. Again, it keeps your upper body and hips quiet. It lets you focus on the abductor muscles, glute minimus, glute med. We need the lateral work. We really don't get a lot of it in life because we don't walk sideways, do we? And one more. Woo. And hold it. How about a little pumping? We did that the other side. We need to be equal. So 4 and 3 and 2. Oh, let's drop. Let's let that rest. Take your arm out and your leg out and really, really stretch. Good. From here, we'll take this band and put that to the side, and we're going to come onto our backs and just go into a nice open leg rocker. So let's scoot up. We're going to we're sitting on top of our sit bones, and we're going to find that tuck we found earlier. We're going to lift a leg, we're going to lift a leg, yeah, and relax. Take a breath, tuck the pelvis, and bring it back up. So this is a nice way to prep to find where you are in space now with the legs in air. If that's all that you feel good with, then that's what I'd like for you to do. You're going to take a leg up, we're going to bend it. We're going to take a leg up, we're going to bend it. We're going to take a leg up, we're going to bend it, we're going to take a leg, and we're going to hold it. So modified open leg rocker is right here. Eyes straight ahead, tuck your pelvis, relax the shoulders. Take a breath in, inhale back, exhale, stick it. Inhale back. So the eye gaze is a really important part because if you nod your head, your eyes are going to go all over the place. So you just are looking straight ahead the whole time. Try to think about you're looking at your knees. And then if you want to go into the full work, extend the legs up. This is your option. You come back and you exhale and come up. You curl back. You exhale. Don't forget your breath. Inhale. Exhale. And one more. And see if we can come all the way up. Hold that, even if you bent knees. Bring those legs up. Bring your arms up. Be in that lovely teaser. Take your hands behind you and lower the legs. Scoot back on your mat if you need to. And we're going into some nice reverse planks. So take a breath, lift those hips straight up, and exhale, sit back down. Feet are together, legs are together. Curl up. You could be in a Pilates V or parallel, your choice. Hands are where it feels good for you. Lift and lower. One more time. And lift and lower. Take a breath, reach over and stretch. We're going to take ourselves over to all fours. From here, knees under the hips, wrist under the shoulder. Take a breath and give me that pelvic tuck again. Notice my upper back is not rounding. Right now I'm focusing on the core and the activation of my transverse abdominis and my multifidi muscle, my back muscles. Those two parts of the core. Add the breath and you've got it. And one more. And I want you to hold it there. Tuck your toes. Come up into a lovely pike or a downward dog. And we're going to go right out and plank right here. We're going to take a breath and come back up. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more. And breathe. Hold it here. Walk your heels out. Now I'd like the eye gaze towards your arms. Take a moment to look at your feet. Are your heels tracking even to the center of your toes? Are they parallel? Or are they turned out or turned in? It's a nice way to assess your assessment in walking. Drop both heels, look forward, stretch. Walk your hands in. Take a nice deep breath. Drop your head, roll all the way up, 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 up. And roll your shoulders back. Let's grab the band real quick for a nice little chest expansion as we finish in our standing mode. Heels together, toes apart in Pilates stance. We are stacked, ribs over hips. Hips right over the front part of the ankle. Arms here and press. Your band should be already doubled. And press back. from those nice clams, right? Press. Take one more breath, pull back, turn your head to the left, breathe all the way to the right. Head comes back to the center and a small release. Exhale, pull back. Turn your head to your right. Breathe to your left. Head back to the center and release. 2 more. Pull, just find the opening of the chest. Turn to your left. Breathe to your right. Head back to the center. And last one, breathe. Turn to your right. Turn to your left. Head back to the center and release. Bring those arms up. Let's just do a nice little lateral stretch. Oh, yes. Breathe. And then come back up. Swing those arms around. Let's just let those arms, where we warmed up that glenohumeral joint, let it have a little freedom now with the shoulder blades. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you feel a little bit better than when you started, that your body feels a little looser, and that you're awake. So have a wonderful week. Be safe, be well, and I hope to see you again next time.